In yesterday's video, we talked about the Godfather's slow movement, but what we failed to talk about are other things that the Godfather does that actually radiates masculinity. And the beauty about the masculinity that the Godfather projects, there are certain emotions that his masculinity gives you, right? For example, you have people who have a masculine energy that makes you kind of afraid of them, that you might be a little intimidated by them. Some masculine energy makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel protected by them. But the Godfather, which is ironic because of his name, has a masculine energy that's more maternal. It's more fatherly type of energy. And let me tell you something, man. Everyone loves a father. Everyone loves anyone who has a fatherly energy. And if you ever want to get women to act like children around you, right? Well, not like Chris Hansen type of shit. If you want women to act like just not submissive, but playful, happy, they do what you say, they want to please you, is to adapt some of the traits that the Godfather has, right? So that's the first thing he has, is that his masculine energy is not domineering. It's more fatherly like. So when I say fatherly like, we're gonna watch a video of Michael Corleone telling his brother Tom Hagen, that he's out the business, right? You're gonna see the example of that, his masculinity, which is straight edge and intimidating, right? And then you're gonna see the same scene, but now the Godfather is literally telling him the same thing, and you'll notice something completely different. Watch. Look. He tells him to get close, and notice his movement, right? He doesn't say get close. He goes like this. He speaks more with his body language. He gets close to him. He touches him in the arm. He looks at him almost as though he's a dad about to tell him something.
I advise Michael. I never thought you were bad consigliere.
So he's addressing his thoughts that he thinks that Michael thinks he's a bad consigliere, right? He's empathizing with him.
Santino is a bad don. Rest in peace.
Santino is his brother who died, who we're going to talk about later.
Michael has all my confidence, as you do. But there are reasons why he must have no part in what is going to happen.
Maybe I could help. You're out, Tom.
Right? It's just the coldness. So I don't want you guys to develop this, right? You want to give women the warm, happy, not the warm, happy, but the warm, stern energy, right? And you develop that through how we're going to talk about through a meditation practice, but that's a whole nother topic. And that will allow women to connect with you. So they'll sense the masculinity, because a lot of women know that you're masculine. A lot of women are attracted to certain guys that have a masculine trait, but they're not really as addicted to that guy as they would have been if he just showed them a little bit of warmth with his masculinity, a little bit of fatherliness, if that makes any sense. So that's the thing, right? His masculinity, his fatherliness is a physical thing, right? So that's one thing. And when you have this type of like energy, that masculine energy, you're naturally going to be more touchy. You're going to have like a fatherly energy, and I can promise you, women sense that. Women love that. Just imagine what a father would do if somebody's complaining to them, a good father. Just imagine what a father would do. How a father would look at someone, right? The Godfather gave Tom Hagen that look of worry, that look, hey man, I understand how you feel, that empathy. And that type of masculinity, in my opinion, is the ultimate form of masculinity, because that's the type of masculinity that every child, if raised right, that's the first type of masculinity they're going to get. And what the fuck do you think they're going to react to when they're an adult? Women are going to react to that, and men are going to respect that. So the fatherly energy, nurturing, right? And that usually comes with having empathy, being able to sense what the other person is sensing. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I went to the meditation retreat and I came back, I noticed there are some things that I say that kind of shocks me. Like the way that I'm curious about people, my intuition of people increase in a way that when I talk to them, I say things and I'm like, oh my fucking God, like I really understand them. Being able to feel how people feel changes how you communicate with them. But if you're in your head trying to get her to like you, trying to impress her, right? You're not really gonna react in that way, because you're not paying attention. You're just absorbed in your own insecurities, right? So this allows you to, by developing empathy, sensing what a woman is feeling, trying to see how she sees the world, literally trying, like literally trying to understand her and connecting dots in your mind, she will feel that energy. That is an energy because your brain is working more. She's gonna feel that energy, like seeing the smoke out of a chimney, right? And that's just gonna naturally lower her defenses. That masculinity is gonna lower her defenses, right? And the next thing is that one of the things that he does a lot is, we talked about it yesterday, is that he's calm, right? His movement is calm, right? So he moves slowly, not like a fucking sloth or a turtle, right? But he moves. When he talks, he takes pauses. So when you talk to him, he pauses for a half a second. His talk is slower, not like a retard, but like it's more slow. His movement, his eye contact, right? All of that emanate power. All of that emanate power, right? And the next thing is that he's contradicting because he's willing to hurt. He's not just a calm, happy father. When you piss him off, he's willing to show you. Actually, let me show you an example of the Godfather having that type of reaction.
What to do? I don't know what to do.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Right? So you're willing to show your fangs because you have peace through strength. You have respect through strength, not through weakness. So he's willing to show his fangs. In fact, he has fucking Luca Brasi. If you guys don't know who Luca Brasi is, the Godfather will come up to you and say, hey, I want you to do me a favor. I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. And if you say no, the Godfather doesn't say, I'm going to kill you. He doesn't say, I'm gonna destroy you. All he says is, don't worry about it. You do what you want to do. And he leaves. But what happens? Next day, Luca Brasi is coming through, right? And Luca Brasi is the other side of the Godfather, but that Luca Brasi, like that dude has a history of torturing children in front of their parent, right? That's who the Godfather trusts, right? So he has two sides. He has a dark side that he's willing to show, and that is really, like I said, this peace through strength. That is how his polite nature emanates power, because they know that behind that there's force, there's power behind that, right? And the next thing is that he takes up space, right? That's a big one. We talked about it yesterday, but he does take up space. And when he moves by taking up a lot of space. And one of the ways that he moves and taking up a lot of space is that his movement is slower. If you guys went to college, you know, like the football players always move slowly, always walk slowly, like they're in fucking traffic in New York City, right? They're always moving slowly. It's the same thing with this, right? You learn to move slowly. You learn to relax. And one of the things about the Godfather is that his main priority is for people to respect him. Because when somebody came to him asking him for money, what he didn't mind that he was asking him for money. What he remembered was the fact that he didn't respect him to ask him to ask for his protection, right? The Godfather values respect more than anything. The Godfather values people needing him. And so that's what he works on to gain. As opposed to Michael Corleone's brother, I forgot, Vincenzo or something like that. He was more of a hothead, right? He was masculine, he really was, but he was more of a hothead. He had too many outbursts. He was too emotional, right? As opposed to his brother Michael, that was more calm. And that was actually the death of him, right? Because his sister got beat up by her husband, and he got so mad during the Corleone War, that he took an inadvisable trip to see her in Jersey, I believe, and in the intersections where he was gonna enter Jersey, he got trapped and killed. And he did that, and his brother, my God, Tom Hagen, was begging him not to go, and he did it because he was too much of a hothead. Let me show you. This was during time of war, like mafia war, and the Godfather was shot up, right? And so he put his son, Sonny Liston, as the Godfather temporarily. And he had a sister who was getting beat up by her husband, but the Godfather told Sonny not to mind them because they're husband and wife, which is kind of toxic, to be honest with you. And so this scene is a scene where I think he got lured in because his enemies knew that he loved his sister, but also his enemies knew that he couldn't control himself. So just watch this.
Talk louder, the baby's crying.
Look. He's mad.
You just wait there. Son of a bitch.
So right now there's wartime, and he loses his focus thinking about a domestic problem.
Son of a bitch! What's the matter?
Right? People are telling him not to go. And so that's the thing about the Godfather. He doesn't have anger problems, right? His masculinity is not tainted with anger.
Open a goddamn gate. Get off your ass.
And his brother, who's more calm and relaxed, tells him, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?" Right, this pretty much represents him right here, the smoke, a man who is blinded by the smoke of anger.
Daddy.
Which it was just a bad decision, and there he got shot up. Right here, you can see, boom, boom, and that was because he just couldn't control his anger. So this type of masculinity is a calm thing. It's not out of control. The Godfather is a visionary. The Godfather has a vision, and women love men with a vision, who knows where they're going, and also who has a control over their emotions. Very rarely, I don't think his wife ever saw the Godfather, ever saw him spaz out, to be honest with you, because he was always calm. Now, the next thing about the Godfather is that he treats everyone like family. People, let me tell you something, man. Like I said, it goes back to the point of father, the first one, but that is such a big thing. If you watch the Godfather, you'll notice how he's literally like everyone's grandpa, and that activates a projection in everyone, men, women. Like women, men will not, they're not gonna bang you, right? But they're gonna respect you, they're gonna want to work with you, and women are just gonna be attracted to you. They're gonna feel comfortable around you. That fatherly figure. A lot of you guys have too much of a goofball energy, right? A lot of you guys are just clowning around women, thinking that that's what you need, when in reality you need a relaxed energy. All right. Anyways, this is some of the things that I've noticed in the Godfather, Vito Corleone, that really fascinate me, and that these are things that you guys can do. And it really comes down to controlling your emotions. This is pretty much, it comes down to that, because you have certain habits in your personality that are hard to break. And when you watch this video, you might have a hard time doing those things. So that's why it's much better to develop a meditation practice. Go to a 10-day Vipassana retreat if you want to, right? It's free, right? You go there, you go for 10 days, and you'll notice that after that, you're gonna be so much more calm, right? Or you could purchase my course, Emotional Mastery, which is more of a shorter course on how to achieve that. Or get the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. But the point is, relax the fuck up. Learn to relax. I'm telling you, learn to relax, learn to slow down everything you do, even your goals. The slowest way is the fastest way, and you'll see big results in your life. All right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know who else do you guys want me to break down that has a good personality, like, or other famous person you guys want me to break down, because I find we can learn so much more from them than just making abstract videos. Okay, take care. All right, guys, we're gonna have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back, 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.